Morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, overnight, beans a little bit higher, corn higher, and wheat a little bit lower. Outside markets are mixed. I think in the grains, some of these machines are buying, especially soybeans, as they think U.S. Situation will get tighter. South American weather is still dry, and that the demand is better than what the USDA is currently forecasting. So on Friday, we could see some friendly numbers out of the USDA if they uh, put into effect a little bit higher demand numbers. As far as the specific numbers are concerned, USDA said yesterday that 25% of the corn crop is harvested versus 62 and rated 62% good to excellent. 38% of the soybean crop is harvested, which was a little bit above the average guess. The crop is rated 64% good to excellent. So like in Iowa, 55% of the beans are harvested, Minnesota 61, Nebraska 55, and South Dakota 60. About 52% of the U.S. winter wheat crop is planted, and again, there's talk about in the southern plains, farmers may kind of slow down some of their planting and wait for a rain. As far as weather is concerned, no rain is forecasted for Russia, Argentina, or the southern plains. Down the road after October 10th, Brazil could actually see some rain. So we'll see how that impacts especially soybean prices. A lot of data came out overnight for the USDA report on Friday. The average guess for our corn carryout is 21.13 versus USDA's 25.03. Beans 369 versus USDA's 460, and wheat 887 versus USDA's 925. Average guess for our corn crop is basically 14.8 billion bushels versus USDA's 14.9, and soybeans 42.82 million bushels versus the USDA's 43.13. We also look for the world carryout in corn to be 300 million tons versus 306, a little under 92 million tons of beans versus the government's 93.6, and 317 in the wheat carryout versus the government's 319. We did note that Brazil right now has got about 2% of their soybean crop planted versus 4 average. Paraná in central Brazil is 3% planted versus 10 average. Kind of a note that right now the Brazilian farmer is getting $13.25 per bushel for his beans and $5.08 for his corn. Argentina corn is 15% planted versus 21 average. And again, right now, private guesstimates of this year's combined South American soybean crop is 199 million tons versus 190 last year. And corn 166 million tons versus 158 last year. And again, a lot of these numbers are basically pre-planting numbers and pre-summer their weather numbers. And so if La Nina continues to impact parts of South America crops, then those numbers might come down. Open interest right now in soybeans are record high, funded along 257,000 beans, 87 meal, 94 oil, 165,000 contracts of corn, and 45,000 contracts of wheat. So we'll see if we can hold these prices in the grains through harvest, through the USDA report, and see after harvest what we do as far as prices are concerned. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always treat people like you would like to be treated yourself.